So what I was talking about was I ordered these online. We should probably have the link or whatever, like, attached.
Yeah.
So they come along with, like, the circle pads that I showed you, as well as a tube cover. Protector. It's a tube protector. Which basically just makes it look pretty while you're wearing. I mean, I don't know if you'd notice this or if somebody would, like, assume this is something else. Or a cath. I don't know what people would assume this looks like. But at least you can keep it all pretty, and it looks a lot less medical-y. As I'm putting this in there. And it's kind of more comfortable, too. Because it does. So when you're about to hook yourself back up to your feeding tube machine, does it look kind of blue? A little bit. Ooh. So you have to do another water flush. That just makes sure that all the medication, anything sticky that's in the tube or the powder or whatever, is out of the tube. Something like that. Okay, so, and then over here we have a feeding machine or a feeding tube pump. So this is the Kangaroo Joey. Personally, I hate this pump and don't recommend it to anyone because if you unhook and move any of the tubes in there, you just lost your bag. You only get so many bags a week. It's complicated, but it's not cool. And hopefully I'll get a new one sooner rather than later because I really, really dislike this one. Okay, so this is like the end. Just what the end looks like. And as you can see, so I've eaten quite a bit while I've been sleeping. It was about 500, so in a few hours, that's how much I ate because it goes pretty fast now. Okay, so it just says prime pump, adjust feed, run. So everything's already set up because, I don't know why I look blue, but I kind of look blue. It was already set up. So all you have to do is connect one and one. Oh, it's kind of gross. Or not connect them and just have to clean the grossness off it. The feeding, what goes in the bag and what I'm actually eating is like kind of like a milky, it's more of like a creamy consistency, like milk. It looks like milk, but it's not. It smells weird. It's like a formula. Right there. So they're connected, and that will stay in pretty solid. Pretty solid, hopefully. Push run, and it's running. So the pump basically just moves the liquid through your feeding tube, and you can see it as it goes up the higher part of the feeding tube. So you know it's working and you know it's going in. It just feels like uncomfortable. You can feel there's something like
there.
Impaling. Not impaling. Well, at first it felt like impaling. I like that word. But like, you can feel there's something there. Like every time you go sit up, you're like, ugh, what is that thing? Because it's so in you. Yeah, it's weird. I've never had something, like I've had this screw in my arm and stuff like that, but I've never had anything like, really, like a hole put in your abdomen, you know, stuck through there.
That's crazy. And
there's a lot of tube in there, too. There's like a lot of tube because it goes, oh yeah, I guess I should mention if it's still on. Yeah. So it's a JG tube that I have. It's not a G, it's not an NG or NJ. It's a GJ. So it goes into the jejunum. That's a word, and that's where it goes. Don't ask me where it is. Somewhere down in your intestine area. Yep. I'm not a doctor. They put it in, that's why. I had to be on the NJ, which goes through your nose, but it went to exactly the same part of my body to deliver the nutrients, and that was the NJ. So they have to put the tube down your nose, down your throat, and it goes really, really far down past your stomach. And that's like how they test to see if you're going to tolerate the surgery or are a good candidate. So I had it in for like a week, and I was doing really, really well. Unfortunately, when I had the surgery for this, I started getting sick again, which made us all kind of worried. But it ended up being okay. And after a few feedings, we kind of figured out that it was working well, and we haven't really had too many problems at home. Because like there will become problems, like it'll say clogged, or there's air, or flow stopped or whatever, and you kind of have to problem solve a little bit to figure out like how to fix it and how to stop your pump from beeping all the time, because it does. But yeah, because there's like a shut off mode and then there's like a continue mode. It's easier just to push the continue mode, but then it starts beeping like every 5 minutes. You can kind of see that. So my rate is 90, and that is pretty good. I didn't eat all that in one day, by the way. That was from yesterday as well, if you saw that. Because it like adds it up. It's like, wow, you hit like 5,000 calories. That's pretty impressive. So yeah, so basically I started at 20 in the hospital, and then I went to 30, and then 40, then 50. Then I was at 50 because I was sick for a while. Had the tube, so I started back at 30 again. 30, 40, 50, and then 60, then 70, then 80, and now today 90. So at 90, you can basically, I don't think you can basically have a life, but if you're at 90 to 95, you can mainly just have it on at night, so it can run like for 12 hours while you're sleeping or while you're resting, and you don't have to worry too much about having it on during the day. Oh, also, this came in the mail, so I'm really excited about this, and also the light is looking absolutely horrible. Okay, maybe better, maybe not. Maybe just have it. Yeah, in and out, sucker. Okay. Yeah, now you're like, oh god.
Fix my hair.
Exactly. Okay, so this is the backpack that I got off of Etsy. By a company which I shall also post in the descriptions because I forget their name already. A really great company that makes feeding tube backpacks. So this little gizmo here is going to hold the feeding tube bag. So the bag has like a really circular lip on it. This kind of holds the liquid, the food. Then, because there are so many tubes, I know you can't really see in here. Can they see in there? There is a black tubular thing. It basically is like a little circuit. I wish I could show you. It's like this little plastic circuit. And you can just run your cords through there. And they actually run out of the back of it. So I can be in my wheelchair and I can actually be feeding and having, feeding, it sounds like I'm a vampire or something, eating, whatever, digesting food, through this back, like while wearing this backpack, and you would have no idea. So it would just run out the backpack and over, you know, onto my cord, and it would just kind of be tucked under a sweater or something like that, and y'all would never know. So anyways, I hope that kind of sums up, and if anyone's wondering where I've been or what I've been up to and all the exciting things that are happening in my life, that basically sums it up. So yeah, so yay for being at 90 milliliters an hour. That means I can attempt to get some social life back, or at least going to Home Sense with Amber, because I've seriously missed that. And if there's good dash out things we're missing out on, that's going to be upsetting me. It also is mermaid season, so send me a picture of a mermaid or something. Or better yet, just like on the comments, just post mermaids. That would probably just make me happy. But yeah, so that sums it up, and thank y'all for watching. Hope you got something informative out of this, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye, guys.